Say bonjour, Canada.
The 80th Brigade advanced over the hill in diamond formation with the Royal Newfoundland Regiment, the Newfoundland Regiment at that time, at the left. There was little resistance as they crossed the ridge and the first trenches of the Hindenburg Line. And Captain Grant Patterson led them across the loch, and Major Bert Butler led them up the slope there and across the railway tracks. From there, they pushed the Germans back and then advanced to Masnieres, coming up these fields behind the Caribou. It was there, on the 30th of November, that the regiment was ordered to move back to Masnieres to help against a German counterattack. It was there that the Newfoundland Regiment and the others of the 88th Brigade held back the German counterattack. This was most important because part of the division was in the Borlawn Wood, and if that had been cut off, the Borlawn Wood division would have probably been lost.
They spilled their blood over your countryside so we could all live in peace. The beautiful monument of our native caribou says it all. Strong, proud, defiant in attack, but always of noble bearing. It was here we fought our greatest battle, and here we rightfully earned the title royal. We soon again will leave your lovely homeland and journey back to our beloved home of Newfoundland and Labrador. We must leave our cherished fallen, and we ask you to please never forget them. Each day as you pass our Caribou Monument, take a moment to remember those brave Newfoundlanders and Labradorians who sleep forever young beneath your soil.
My dad had 4 brothers and 1 sister sign up for the regiment in the First World War, and one of the boys was declined due to a herring problem, but the other 3 boys all went over the top together at Beaumont Hamel. So that's why we're here to commemorate that. Hubert Herder was killed that morning, July the 1st, and Arthur and Ralph were wounded. Arthur was later killed at Cambrai, where we just left the ceremony here. And Ralph lived through all 4 years.
Vers vous, chers amis de Terre-Neuve, vers vos parents, vers vos grands-parents, va notre gratitude, notre reconnaissance et notre amitié. Vous et tous les alliés avez payé un lourd tribut pour que notre pays retrouve sa liberté et sa dignité. Particulièrement ici, les combats ont été rudes et la ville de Masnieres a été détruite à 98%. La population a souffert et les autorités avaient décidé de raser notre commune et de la rayer de la carte. Il a fallu la pugnacité des habitants de Masnieres pour qu'elle soit reconstruite sur place. Il ne restait que des ruines. Le pont sur le canal de Saint-Quentin avait été dynamité, ainsi que l'église qui pouvait servir de repère à l'artillerie anglaise. Il ne restait plus rien, comme en témoigneront les cartes postales que vous aurez l'occasion de découvrir tout à l'heure. Nous sommes sortis de nos ruines et nous en sommes fiers. Dans tous les camps, alliés ou ennemis, combien de parents n'ont pas vu rentrer leur fils? Je me souviens avoir lu inscrit sur la stèle d'un jeune soldat mort au combat: « J'ai donné mon aujourd'hui pour que vos lendemains soient meilleurs. » Avons-nous, au fil des années, tiré toutes les leçons de ce message? Les 300 enfants des écoles de Masnieres sont là, sur le parcours, et je suis certaine, chers amis canadiens, que votre présence forte et symbolique au pied de ce caribou, de ce monument chargé d'histoire, sera à leurs yeux, à leur cœur, ainsi qu'à vous tous, mesdames et messieurs ici présents, le plus beau message de paix, de fraternité et d'amitié entre nos 2 pays et entre les hommes de bonne volonté. Par votre présence, par la ferveur de votre message, Pour l'authenticité de cette cérémonie, la ville de Masnieres vous est reconnaissante et vous exprime toute sa gratitude et ses remerciements chargés d'émotion.
They grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them.
I met many of the lads years ago that actually fought here. Walter Tobin, Abe Mullet, and the list goes on. Met them at the Remembrance Day ceremonies, July 1st ceremonies at the Legion, and we would gather around and tell regimental stories. And you get a call at home 3 or 4 or 5 years later saying that Abe Mullet has passed away, Walter Tobin has passed away. We need you to be charged of the honor guard, the burial party. So now you've met these guys, you heard about Bowman Hamel, you heard their stories, and now you come over here and you see, and you can connect a name and a face, a live living human being at one time that you had spoken to personally. And we got young fellas here, 17, 18, 19 years old, wearing the same hat badge those guys did. So the tradition carries on, the pride carries on. And now I think there's 23 or 24 of us in the regiment where we're engaged on. We're going to Afghanistan in February on Task Force 107. So it brings everything full circle. 90 years ago, and now Newfoundlanders, even now, are trying to help the world, to be a better place, like those lads did 90 years ago. So, as I said 3 or 4 times, it's come full circle personally for me.
Shortly, the Royal Newfoundland Regiment will march towards the Monument aux Morts here in Masnieres. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Since there was no formal Royal military presence here, there was very little in the way of equipment. What they had was what was available locally. Uniforms were manufactured as completely as could be done, and manuals of drill were scrounged up from retired members of British service who'd settled here, who in large part formed the senior training cadre of the regiment. In terms of equipment and training, there was nothing. They started from nothing and trained a unit that was fit for service overseas.
A lot of the individuals today, the young people that are coming into the armed forces, they're coming in well prepared. And they know what they're getting into. 100 years ago or 90 years ago now, these individuals that joined up with to fight the First World War basically had no knowledge or concept of conditions that they would be fighting in.
When sun rays crown thy pine-clad hills, and summer spreads her hand, when silvern voices tune thy rills, we love thee, smiling land. We love thee, we love thee, we love thee, smiling land. As loved our Father, so we love. Where once they stood, we stand. Their prayer we raise.